First time in South Africa, but then I heard you've been here before.
I've been here before.
What are your impressions of South Africa as a country?
Equilibrate, well organized, friendly people.
Yeah.
I mean, what can we say? And it's not easy also because South Africa have plenty of other interests. They like rugby, they like other sports, and it looks like football can be something that can be built up.
Yeah. Well, we've had incredible support for the Confederations Cup so far. I'm assuming you've been watching. What have you made of it, and which players have caught your eye in the Confederations Cup this time?
Obviously, Bafana are not doing too bad.
Well, not too well either, but yeah.
The people are behind them,
Yeah.
and you can see that the curiosity of the crowd has been very, sensitive because they are coming at the stadium. Stadium are full, no?
Yeah.
Then it's great.
Have you gone to any games since you've been?
Not yet. Now that I finished job a little bit, then I will start.
Yeah. Okay. Well, have you heard the vuvuzelas in action? The horns they blow?
I heard there that they were
that's the one, yeah.
making some noise.
Okay, well, you'll hear that when you get to the ground. Yeah.
Oh.
I went last night. I got out of there with the biggest headache, but it's incredible.
I've experienced that one when I came and played for Nelson Mandela.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Game with France.
Yeah, inauguration match, wasn't it?
Inauguration game.
Yeah.
Okay. And then great. We like noise.
Yeah,
Football
it's
is
better.
all about noise. It will not disturb the player. Don't worry. They don't see nothing.
No. What have your opinions? What's your opinion of the Bafana team? Have you seen them in action? The current one, I mean.
Briefly, but what I can say that they don't really have any individual player. Like I don't know, Spain have these Torres, Villa, or Argentina have top players confirmed in Europe,
Yeah.
this and that. That's why probably they have to play more like collectively all together to pretend to be a team, successful team, like the Greek during the Euro 2004.
That's right.
It is the only way really to make the difference.
Yeah. We've had a couple of players leaving our shores recently, but they're going to leagues like, other than Stephen Pienaar who's playing at Everton or Benny who's playing at Blackburn, most of our players are going to like the likes of Serbia or Israel, Belgium maybe even. In your opinion, what's a good league for an African player to make his mark in, to sort of step up? And then also, what league do you think is ideally suited for African
in Africa?
players?
I mean, you have straight away the example, and you see collectively how the team is playing well. Is Egypt. They have managed to capture and to keep most of their players in the country. Then it means that the league is at a certain level.
Yeah.
You take the example of the Brazilian, Ghana. Africa should take the example of the Brazilians, where they have really put their league very high, and most of the players are there still.
Yeah.
But anyway, when one is coming out of the league to come and play in Europe, straight away they are at the level because they are used to that rhythm and to that speed.
Yeah, but one criticism of South African football is a lack of development structures, and that's where Brazil are so good, because they got the futsal and the players come through there, and
this is all where we are trying to make it. Ministers of sports, president of federation, they really, when they get the budget, they really have to make it effective on the ground to create facilities.
Yeah.
You understand? And it will help because it's the only way to forget about the players who have succeeded. Well done, Drogba, Eto'o, Essien, Montari, great. They are there, they are okay. But the league, the level of the league have to be a bit more higher.
It starts at grassroots, doesn't it? It starts at the bottom
We
up.
need to find sponsors. Like in Ghana, they have found Tigo, that Tigo have brought some money and have used the image of the league, and they have managed to keep most of the players in the country.
Yeah.
And this is one of the key for African football.
And on that note, who do you think, which African team will perform best at the World Cup next year? Ghana?
Ivory Coast. I mean, Bafana for sure. We want them to, with the crowd behind them, Ghana, obviously.
Yeah.
And who else?
Egypt?
Egypt,
after last night especially.
It's obvious. Yeah, but we knew before.
You lifted the Confederations Cup twice, 2001, 2003. How important is the Confederations Cup as a tournament? Everyone looks at the World Cup, but Confederations Cup has a role to play.
I mean, might be just behind the European Cup, but it's something very important. It's huge. The confidence. When you win the Confederation Cup, you are into a kind of confidence that bring you to the.
You get
to
in
a
a
high
winning
level.
in a winning mood.
Korea, Bafana should take the South Africans should take the example of the Korean. We have beat them during the Confederation Cup 5-0. Nothing for them.
Yeah.
They have worked very hard, tactically, technically, and when we meet them again before the World Cup, 1 month before or 3 weeks before, we struggle to beat them again. And with the confidence, they manage, to reach the semi-final.
Yeah.
And it's a big tournament. I mean, it's FIFA tournaments. Look at the quality of the team who are here. Spain, Italy, with
Great,
the top players, Brazilians. And it's in Europe, everybody is looking at the Confederation Cup.
Yeah. That French team that's part of the golden generation between 98 and, say, 2003 for you guys, obviously an incredible team. What's going wrong with the French team today? You mentioned earlier about youngsters coming through, but...
Nothing is wrong, really. It's just that... that old generation is gone.
Yeah.
The new players that are there are not taking the lead. They are not taking responsibility also. Not enough. Not enough yet, because they are better than us. Even when you look one by one, potentially Benzema, Ben Arfa, Samir Nasri, and who else? Ribéry. They have.
Ribéry is great.
I mean, they have. Top players who probably potentially they are going to play in top clubs, but unfortunately they are just hiding small if they make any bad performance, and hoping that the next day everybody will forget to come back. No, it's not like that.
Yeah.
When you are a champion, you face the thing.
Yeah.
You're there. You try. You give your best. If it doesn't work, then you're still there, saying that you will see.
Yeah. Tell me about the Castrol Index. How did you get involved, and why did you get involved?
I mean, I've met Castrol last year during the Euro, and they were planning to do that. And I really believe that the statistics are something very important for the fans, for journalists, for you. It's huge.
Yeah.
I've said it. And for the fitness coach, I had a fitness coach when I was in Chelsea, an Italian guy, who was using a lot of the statistic.
And you got to come back through as well, eh?
No, just here.
No, you got to there and back. Oh, just there. Okay.